Okay, good evening, everyone. This is 21354, and we are here for the finale of the Tinkercad BattleBots Minor League. And if you've been watching this channel for a while, you've noticed that we seem to be missing the week 4 schedule, and that is correct because we had some issues with some video editing. So we are hoping to recap what the heck happened, who's in the playoffs, and who is out of the whole entire league. So let's see if we can get these videos pulled up here. Looks like we won't be able to. Okay, awesome. Give me a second. Okay, so in the first fight of week 4, this was a very interesting fight. We have here Resilience 2 going up against Glory 1. Coming into this fight, Resilience 2 started off the whole season with one win, but has since lost all of its fights, has been sitting on the bubble for the bottom 4. And those of you who don't know, in the minor leagues, the bottom 4 of the entire pack will be eliminated from the whole league, will not be allowed to be re-entered, and will be replaced by 4 entirely new robots. Meanwhile, on the left here, you have in the pink spot was Glory Runner. Started off, comes into this fight 0-3, is in the bottom 4, and just has one hope that Resilience 2 slips up and that Glory Runner can stay a whole another year. And this is what happened in that fight. See, Resilience 2 gets popped up by Glory Runner and then just got flung out. Completely flung out. Where that was for Glory Runner the whole year, I do not know. Do not ask me. And then week 2, we have Stealth Mode go against Not Too Crabby. Not Too Crabby coming to this fight 1 and 2 needs a knockout finish to make it into the playoffs. Stealth Mode is probably the most surprising bot that I've ever had in this league. All it has for a weapon is a spinning paintbrush roller. Literally all that's going on. Connor, the Master 3D, if you're watching this, I suggest you upgrade Stealth Mode's weapon for the next year's series. Anyway, Stealth Mode, 2 and 1, is easily, well, he is actually kind of on the bubble for not making the playoffs. So this is a playoff battle right here. And really what happens is Natsukabe just knocks Stealth Mode into the wall and pushes him around. In fact, if I take the cursor and just drag it around, you can see nothing happens. He flips around 1 or 2 times and then just stops. So Natsukabe won that fight in a judge's decision. He won 2 out of the, or no, he won all 3 categories: aggression, damage, and control. Again, if you get again points really do matter in this series. If you win a match with a knockout finish, you get 5 points. However, if it comes to a judge's decision, you get 1 point for each category you win. Even if you lose, if you still won in one category, such as damage, you would get that point, and that would carry you on into the season. That was that fight. Fight number 3. Well, you probably can get to one right there. That was bad. Battle Axe versus SSTSG. Battle Axe. No shot the entire season. Great robot. It was just very, very unstable. Those who don't know, I do set the bodies to plastic and the weapons to steel for even playing ground, and that is not what happened. And when I did that, it was just very unstable. You see it glitches through the arena floor, and then SSTSG has been phenomenal all season long, and doesn't even have to lift a finger, really. Um, Probably punch him like right there. That's really all that happened in that fight. SSTSD goes into the playoffs finishing 3-1. Battle Axe, unfortunately, will be removed from the whole pack and will no longer be able to compete. However, the user who makes the robot will be able to uh, enter some another robot, but I already have full robots ready and uploaded for next season. And those who want to know, Resilience 2, sadly, surprisingly too, is eliminated from everything as well. When Resilience first got its win against Wellerman in the first week, I thought it was a top 4 contender, and yeah, it just got blown out of the water. Alright, Firestorm versus Weird Movement. Firestorm has been just on fire, literally, the whole year, and Weird Movement, yeah, I think he came in 1-2, I believe, with his record. So this is a battle to stay out, or Weird Movement needs something to stay out the bubble for the bottom 4. Meanwhile, Firestorm 3-0 coming into this fight. Well, now 4-0. After the fight, uh, Weird Movement with that loss, I will show the results of week 4 later. Nimona versus Ghost Rider. This was possibly the biggest fight because both these bots came in 3-0, undefeated bots. This could shape who could win the whole championship series. Ghost Rider, possibly the laggiest robot we've had. Yeah, Nimona had no shot whatsoever. For some reason, Ghost Rider is just broken. Like, its spinner is unlike anything I've seen. Even heavier hitting than Heart Warrior from the Major League. So if Ghost Rider can make it into the Major League, man, that's gonna be gloves off. Lion Strike, Weatherman, these two battling to get into the playoffs. See here, coming in, Weatherman is I'm trying to remember because it's been a couple weeks. Weatherman came in 1-2, and Lion Strike 2-1. So this is the battle to get into the playoffs. And battle indeed. I mean, they were pushing and they were shoving. Weatherman gets a great hit, starts spinning around. And Lion Strike, I feel like Lion Strike could have been so great. They're just so unstable. Just so unstable. And just ends up flinging itself out of the arena. Alright, fight 7. But yeah, my personal spot for the minor league versus the Chunk. Great design. I love the design of it. It's just when you put it to plastic body steel weapon, very unstable. You can see right here, almost as unstable as Battle Axe. In fact, I would love to see a battle between Battle Axe and the Chunk. And he just spends his time bouncing around. Slugia hides in the corner. And, and Slugia is 1 and 2. Also needs a KO finish to get into the playoffs. The Chunk is 0 and 3, has no shot, needs a knockout finish to have a chance of getting out of the bottom 4 bubble. And honestly, yeah, that tells the whole tale. The Chunk is out of the story now. So yeah, will he make it? We shall see. Full body spinner battle here. Slapshot versus Ricochet. Slapshot, crazy robot, is in the top 4. The top 4 at this moment. 2 and 1 versus Ricochet, who I believe is also 2 and 1 here. Or maybe 1 and 2. These two bots are the Slapshot is number 4, Ricochet is number 5 at this point for seeding. Both of them need a win. Slapshot goes back and forth, rips off the wheel from Ricochet, starts going back and forth, and just swings out. In fact, I feel like if we go back a little bit, let's go back a little bit, see if we can't see him. No, we cannot. I feel like I see who's going in the tire. I feel like he hits the tire and that just pops him up. And like a hockey puck was flying out. So that was all of week 4 that you guys missed. All of week 4. And for the results, no, we weren't supposed to see this. Don't look. Sorry, that was the bracket for the playoffs. Yes, the minor league. Here is the result. Firestorm, number 1 seed with the perfect 4 and 0 finish. 5 knockout wins, so total of 20 points. Ghost Rider, number 2 season. Similar season. Right? Number 2 seed, perfect 4 0 with the all 4 knockout finishes. Nimona, still number 3, even with the loss against Ghost Rider. Nimona remains 3 and 1, 3 knockout finishes. And we go down. SSTSC started with a loss to Firestorm and has clawed its way up to the number 4 spot with a 3 and 1 finish. Ricochet, 3 and 1. Surprisingly, literally all it does is just sits there. It's so heavy you cannot flip it. It finished off with a really good. Its only problem was to see here 2-1 scoring against Slugia in a judge's decision. And go over to the next spot. Weatherman. I'm actually kind of surprised. Weatherman got absolutely wrecked by Resilience. Ends up with a 3 and 1 season. Like that's some serious improvement from a bot that's no longer going to be part of this whole series. Slugia barely, I mean barely makes it into the playoffs. Like barely with that knockout finish and that 1 point it scored against Ricochet. Now we have Stealth Mode and Stop Shot. Stop Shot was the number 4 seed to the number 9 seed because of one loss against Ricochet. Stealth Mode somehow stayed alive. And some of you are saying, oh, it's 2-2. They're both 2-2. They both had 10 points because of 2 knockout finishes. But look at the points against. Stealth Mode has lost the least amount of points, versus Slapshot, who's lost 10 points. Slapshot has been knocked out twice, meanwhile Stealth Mode has been knocked out once. And then you got Not Too Crabby. Just barely misses the playoffs. With Stealth Mode getting the win it got, and with the 8 point, or the 2 point difference between Slapshot and Stealth Mode, if you really look at it, Not Too Crabby would not have made it. It would have just tied with Slapshot. However, the hard thing is, Snapshot and Not Too Crabby are made by the same exact user of Tinkercad. Region44 made both of these bots, and both of them heartbreakingly missed it, just missed it. And go down, Glory Runner, the surprise of Glory Runner, somehow surviving and making it. And then you got Lion Strike, who just by one spot. And then you got Resilience 2 and Weird Movement just could not make it. I'm sorry, Cracking Robotics, but your bot didn't make it. And Battle Axe and the Chalk had no chance. However, we do got a little bit of an interesting thing here. Glory Runner, Lion Strike, Resilience 2, Weird Movement. If you look at all 4 of these bots and their records, they all match. 4, 1, 3, 0, 5, 15, -10, 2. They all match. So we will have to have some sort of mini tournament to decide who will be eliminated from the series. I know it sounds consistency, but this is the first inconsistent because I said that a couple of bots they didn't make it, and now saying they have a chance to survive again. That's because I have not looked at this in a while. It has been a long time. So that is the update. That is what we are running on right now. All right. So we will now start to do the finale now for the minor league, and here is the bracket for the minor league. It will be the number 1 seed against the number 8 seed. Firestorm versus Stealth Mode. Then SSTSG versus Ricochet. Ghost Rider versus Sluggia. Sluggia is gonna die. Nimona versus Weatherman. And here we are. We're going to set this up. So we're going to hit duplicate. And let's see here. First one was Firestorm. Firestorm is right here. Copy. Paste. then it was okay, stealth mode, stealth mode, stealth mode. Oh, that's nice. And then just play out. Okay, let's go. All right, stealth mode. This is a the Bucko versus Conan the Master 3D battle here. All right, here we go. First round of the playoffs. Three, two, one. Awesome. It's just sitting, waiting, starting just over. Okay, I was expecting some more fights, but stealth mode does not have a good weapon, so it cannot bounce off the walls and move. Ooh, I just got hit there. Speaking of adding a rule that if a bot gets stuck on the wall for 10 seconds, it is automatically out. Firestorm, nice hit. Definitely getting some aggression and damage points. Oh! It what? He broke Sith's weapon! How? Into the wall. We play that. Goes around and just pops it right in. What a shot. Firestorm with the easy victory there. Wow. Good shot by Firestorm. Firestorm, we'll move on to the next round. Alright, next up. SSTSG versus Ricochet. Full body spinners here, going at it. See, I feel like Ricochet does have an advantage with how his body is slanted. That will help. And the funny thing is, if SSTSG does win match and go against uh, Firestorm, that will be a repeat of week one or a rematch of week one. In that match, Firestorm won easily. Like I'm not even kidding. It was an easy victory. Uh, Sure, it's facing front. Okay, round one, match two. We got 10 actually. There we go. Push off, a shot. SSTSG. They actually getting some good shots against Ricochet. Good control. Pops off the wheel. It almost looks like SSTSG or Ricochet body is just slightly low enough to dodge most of SSTSG's attack. This might be a long fight, and although SSTSG definitely winning the damage. Category! He's up on the top! Can he self-fight? He's still moving. That is fine if he's still moving. Can he still fight without flying out of the arena? Oh man, this is going to be interesting. Can he hang on? I feel like that goes to control for Ricochet though. Man, what a shot that was. The CSG still trying to stuff right. He's he went right on the wall. See how long this match has gone for. Not even a minute. So to push Ricochet around though, surprisingly. He's on top of Ricochet. Trying to walk. Oh! He's out! Ricochet makes it! Wow! And this was the move that settled it all. Able to push him. Wow. Number 4 seed is falling. And just before we get into anything, this is going to be how everything will work for like moving up and down the leagues and stuff. So in the major leagues, the top so after the regular season, in the major leagues, after the regular season, the bottom four move down into the minor league. And then in the minor league, after the regular season, the bottom four are eliminated from everything. However, the top four at the end of the playoffs, so in the semifinals, whoever is in the top four, or whoever makes it to the semifinals in the playoffs, will move up into the major league. So far, Firestorm and Ricochet, of all people, have made it into the major league. So what? Wow, just what shockers. I mean, Firestorm definitely not, but Ricochet. Okay, Ghost Rider, Slugya. My chances of making it are zip zero zilch. Being very laggy. Any comments? No, no comments. Okay. Alright, here we go. Do not worry, all this is unbiased too. I do hope Sega wins. This is by Ghost Rider. It's by Laker. Yeah, it's the brain rot name. I should say that. But cool. Good. Oh, Slug actually survived that first hit. I actually have a chance. See if we can watch that from a different view. Real quick. That was weapon on weapon. For crying out loud. Also note, this most likely will be the last video you will see from me for at least a couple months. So I hope you all really do enjoy this. Ghost Rider is trying to move. Sophia is trying to hide from Ghost Rider. He's not gonna die. And Leo is chilling. Yeah, don't feel free to comment. You know, this is kind of going to be boring. Do, 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 do. I wish there was a fast forward button. Tinkercad, if you could, with the fast forward button, that would be great. Oh, it's so long to load itself. Oh, I'll be back in a second. Also, okay, I just missed and buttons. I'll just do this for that, guys. Can we just call that a KO? Just get over with this long fight. I know it's my bot, but I don't care. Yeah, I'm just gonna call it. Just because you can have that song win. Yeah, I don't care. Alright, just Tiger. Congrats. And Major League. We lost. No, I'm not do that. Yeah, what's up? Namona, Bottom, this should be a fight. A good fight. A good fight after that. I'm actually kind of surprised that Ghost Rider did not just absolutely demolish Sylvia. Also, if Namona wins this one, which will be also be a repeat of week one. If you look at it, all the four bots, if or all the top four bots, if they had all made it, they would have done repeats of fights that they've already done in the regular season. But not week one for Ramona and Ghost Rider because that was week four. Filming the relationship experiment to see remember possibility. Soon may the ribbon gambling, sugar and tea, and then from the go, go. Okay, final fight of round one. Final. Here we go. Moving back, trying to charge up that with this double disc spinning there. Just misses Bowman. Turning back around, looking at the back of it. Good hit there by Mona. Bowman trying to charge back in. Not able to necessarily get it to him, but manages to wedge him into the wall for whatever reason that serves. If they both get stuck for a while, you will have to reset. Oh, yep, there goes the Mona. Mona trying to get turned around, Bowman trying to get at him. Bowman is at the back. Oh, body stand into Bowman by Mona. Ramona with a side hit sends him across the arena. Ramona on his side. Will Roman help him or just leave him? Wow. Oh! 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 Um, what a minute. What? Nimona, maybe Xavier the Dressrobe, who is one of possibly the most renowned for his BattleBots creations, got beat by a bot that I literally thought was not going to make it. Let's get a replay on that, please. Just to make sure I'm not insane. But we got a good hit on Roman, looking good, and then just absolutely ramps up into the wall and is just down on his side. And then Roman spins around and just an absolute heck of a shot right in the switch. I gotta give that to Roman. That was a great shot. These are two upsets. And this one, I'm not even mad. That was a good shot, good fight. Meanwhile, you got it in the major leagues. All top four bots made it. And Vermin is going to be in the major league. Can't believe that. Alright, here we go. Firestorm versus Ricochet. Ricochet, the tank of the family, came up with the incredible win against the hot diggity dog bot. Yeah, this last second. Yes, this is also how I set up all of the fights. I used week one to scale them properly, make sure that they're all relatively the same uh, size according to their weapons and their build and all that. And then after that, I just use the same scales and just copy paste into them. Ricochet just ended up being very small. It's just such. If it was like a full size bot, that thing would probably wouldn't even move. It's just a heavy bot. Two full body spinners and weapon supposed to be heal. I might have to make a rule about that sometime though. Anywho, full body spinner battle. I'm very happy about this. Full body spinner battle. Here we go. Firestorm, Ricochet. battle for the finale. Oh! Got creamed! The little buddy got creamed! Like, how high the tank, immovable tank, moved. Just got walloped. Yep, nope. Firestorm. Look to win. One step closer to being the champion of the minor league. The first of the minor league champion. Question is, who will be the challenger? Ghost Rider, the other KO machine, or Weatherman? Honestly, after seeing Ghost Rider's latest performance against Slugia, I don't know. I honestly do not know. I kind of hope he does go against Firestorm, just to see what would happen. Because Ghost Rider has been so dominant all year round, just throwing people up in the air. I just wonder what would happen if he lands a horizontal spinner, full body spinner that's been also just destroying everybody. So this will be a fun match. And keep in mind, Weatherman got beat by Resilience too. He was fighting for his life to stay in this whole arena. Right, so here we go. A spot in the finale against Firestorm on the line. So, yeah, nope. That's the Ghost Rider we all know and love. Just the ship went by the way. And how high that guy went. Holy cow. So the stage is set. Ghost Rider, or Firestorm, Ghost Rider, KO machines. Only Slugga has been able to stand up to one of them. And barely. Good run by William, though. Way to finish the season strong. Even if it was killed. Then again, it was killed by one of the best spots that we have here. The Bucko versus I'm Skibbity. I'm sorry I said that. Which user, which bot will claim this title? We have waited for half a month to answer the question. And which one of these will also give Heart Warrior the run for its money in next season? Major League next year. Let's find out. And 3, 2, 1, fight! Out the gates. Got popped up by Firestorm. Firestorm coming back. Firestorm moving. They're both on, sideways over the edge. Ghost Rider somehow separates. They're pushing and shoving. I don't know who is doing better. Firestorm loses a ball. Firestorm all over the place. Trying to stay alive and inside the arena. Firestorm out of the arena. Ghost Rider with the win. Holy cannoli. I think Firestorm actually had that and then just sold. What a fight! Ghost Rider with the victory. I mean, just watch this easy up, and then just gets moved, and they're both sideways, and it's just Ghost Rider never got hit, and just Firestorm destroyed itself. Got popped itself up and just lost the ball bearing, and wow, ladies and look at that, he's so glitchy, he just goes with a very transparent wall. So, ladies and gentlemen, your 2026 or 2025 to 2026 minor league champion is Ghost Rider. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope that you like and subscribe. Hope that everything that you're seeing, your legalobster.com, Tinkercad, they're not sponsored, but thank you all for doing that. And just wow, thank you all for participating in these fun competitions. I hope that you guys enjoy this. This is why I do it, for y'all's enjoyment. And the reason why this whole started because we all started making battles and we all wanted to watch them, and I decided to make it so y'all can watch us and enjoy. And thank you all once more. Signing off for now. I shall see you guys later.